Hey everybody, come on in, come on in, come on and join me, come on and join me. I tried doing that on YouTube, it didn't work. I was recording, it stopped, it didn't work. So I came back to my original, which is Facebook Live. Come on in and join me this afternoon. Give me some love as you come in. Give me some love. Give me some love. A pleasant afternoon to everybody who is joining me this afternoon. I call today a free up Wednesday. Free up Wednesday. Free up Wednesday. Hi sister Joycelyn. I know it has been a while since we see each other. Mwah. Yes, today is free up Wednesday. Yes, I have another style game. Another style game. Don't ask me how. You know, side ahead and something comes out of it. Don't mind that little friend that passing there. Okay. You see, give my sister some props. She still try a little thing from media, man. Big up my sister in Dominica one time. You understand? A little something. She try a little something for me. So don't check that out. So as my theme say today, I'm going to give you a little biography about myself, where I come from, etc, etc. We're just gonna have fun because so it will be like a little synopsis of my book that I am writing. I know my family gonna be mad because I'll be definitely calling some people live today. Some people live today, okay? So you all know what's my name. My name is Anicia John Baptist, and it's a D stands for, but it's my middle name. Yes. And I was born and raised in the lovely island of Dominica. Don't confuse it with Dominican Republic. It's Dominica, right? Dominica, between Guadeloupe and Martinique. Yes, that little English island there. That shape almost like a parrot. That's where I'm from. Yes, but I am residing in St. Lucia for the past 3 years, just 3 years. And I am the daughter biologically and adopted. So I am the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Cynthia and Roy John Baptist, yes, residing in the island of Dominica. That's my parents, my lovely parents. I love them and I miss them every day. That's my parents, my go-to people. And I am the sibling of three, biologically three. So I have three siblings biologically. The eldest being a boy, Leroy Peters. Then I have my sister, Nimala Peters. I know she watching, you know. Hi, sister. Love you too. And I have my brother before me, right, John Baptist, named after my father. And I am the sister-in-law of one, Monel William John Baptist, and the auntie of many nieces and one nephew. I wonder when I'm going to get another nephew. But anyway, to God be the glory. I thank God for the bundle of joys that I have in my nieces and my nephew. And I am also here in St. Lucia. I am the adopted daughter of Reverend John Joseph and Mrs. Juliet Joseph, and the adopted sister of Janet Joseph, which I introduced to you last week. Yes, so that's me. That's me right here. So get familiar with me. So I giving you a little biography about me, so you wouldn't have to be too picky and be like, who is she? Who is, you know, get comfortable. Get comfortable. Because I'm down to earth, very humble, kind, caring. That's me. That's me. Patient. The list goes on. That doesn't mean I don't get angry or don't get vexed. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Okay. So I was born in the lovely island of Dominica. Everybody tells me I look older than my age. I'm very mature. Yes, I am 25, 25, 25. I'm not ashamed to say my age. I'm 25 and I'm very mature. Especially when it comes to the spiritual aspect of things. So yes, I was born and raised in Dominica. I went to a model preschool social center, big it up to social center one time. And then I then moved on to St. Martin Primary School. If you know it, if you don't, you can go and look it up on Google. But during my time in preschool, I went to the Catholic Church, everything Catholic, except that I didn't christen. I didn't christen there. I didn't wear the white clothes and this sort of thing. No. But before I entered primary school, my family and I then transferred to Pentecostals. People call us cut styles, but I don't cut style. So I'm a Pentecostal, right? But with me, it's not about religion or denomination. With me is once you have that's important, personal relationship with God. What's your heart like? Personal relationship with God. That's what counts for me. So you can be Baptist 7 days, days, no days, all days. Is your personal relationship with God. So I was going to St. Martin Primary School, then I moved on to Dominica Grammar School, then I moved on to Dominica State College. Yes, everything's Dominica. So Social Center and St. Martin Primary belongs to Catholic, but Dominica Grammar School and Dominica State College is Dominica's priority. So yes, I went to a model primary school, high school, so on, so forth. And then from a very tender age, God calls me into ministry. So what I do on a daily basis to come to encourage us, not just you, but us. But us having some issues with the live. I'll look at it. Okay. Having some issues. Okay. I was a bit distracted there. But I went to there. And then growing in church, I was involved in a lot of ministries. At one point, I think I was like involved in five, six ministries. So every day I was in church. So God called me at a very tender age. Honestly, every Saturday when I get up, I had to look at TBN every day. And I used to watch this pastor, what's her name? Paula White. Watch her for years. And I'm like, I want to be like her one day. I want to be like her one day. I don't know if it was pastor, wife, or pastor. I want to be like her one day. But that doesn't mean I didn't have my hiccups, my hurdles, my falling back, so on and so forth. So I went up into primary school. In primary school, I was bullied a lot because of the way I looked, because that I was a Christian, because I just wanted to be by myself. I was bullied. Now, bullying is not an easy thing. People get bullied every day. Bullying is not an easy thing, but that is a thing I overcame. And sometimes they wanted, sometimes in school, because I've been bullied and I tell the teacher about it, the teachers doesn't do anything. Parents, you have to protect your children, you know. Sometimes the teachers don't do anything about it. And when you do something for yourself, then you get into problem. But I went on into secondary school, and that is where it was the toughest part of my life, because I wasn't only having problem in school, but problem in church, family issues. Family not perfect, you know. If you think, tell me, comment there for me, and tell me where you have ever seen or heard of a perfect family. No, I know perfect family, but the most important thing is that we love each other, right? Now, I went in school. I was in secondary school. I'll find my nose a bit oily. It's free up Wednesday, so tell me. Okay, all right. So I went to secondary school. Now my secondary school was mixed, boys and girls, but it had a lot of things going on there: homosexuality, bi-ness, straightness, crookedness, paralyzedness, allness. And you as grew up in that, and it's only by the grace of God is what that kept me throughout the years. I'm not a perfect Christian. God is what kept me throughout the years. And not only that, you see what they call worship. Worship is also what that kept me and is keeping me throughout the years. And also prayer is what that keeping me throughout the years that I have been living, right? And nobody don't like me in school, so I only had Christian friends. No problem in having Christian friends, right? Up where that's why sometimes some people don't understand. I grew up where I only had 99.9% Christian friends only. That's how I grew up, right? It's not that I have problem with unsafe people or people that don't go to church. No. I was just surrounded with Christian people 24/7. Okay, we think differently. Sometimes people say we are in a box and we need to come out in the box. And sometimes growing up, you don't really have to create a box for yourself as a young person, a Christian person growing up, right? But you still need to follow the principles and the guidelines of the Christian faith, the Christian walk with God. So it will keep you wherever you go. Because sometimes I see young people grow up in church. They read, they talk on everything involved in church. And when they go out and study and things, they changed. They change. And they get involved with wrong set of people, end up drinking, smoking, partying, and wasting their life away. But what that have been keeping me most importantly is prayer and worship. And not only that, the prayers of my mother, the prayers of my father, the prayers of my siblings, the prayers of my family. That is what that keeps me. You understand? Because I am raised in a Christian home, and I'm still part of a Christian home here. I can't escape her. My lovely father is a pastor. I can't escape. I can't do what I want. I can't go where I want. Even if I have my own place. Still, I have to obey daddy rules. Okay? Now, where was I? Yeah, I was in secondary school. I saw a lot of things, heard a lot of things, everything. It wasn't a perfect walk. I struggled sometimes. At one point, I was in church, Do you know you can be in church and still backslide? Let me say that again. Do you know you can be in church but still not in church? Meaning that you go to church, you're involved in everything in church, but your heart is so from God and from the things of God. Backside. Yeah, so there was a point in time where I was in church and I backslide. And I don't think nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Because of the perception that I had, the thoughts that I thought, right? Because of the things that I saw. So because I was raised in a Christian home and never really understand the things out there, right? In school is worldly things that is going on there, right? And sometimes in that state you get confused, especially when you are not so matured in your Christian walk. You get confused and think like, yeah, that is better, that is more satisfying, that is more, you understand, that is more, yeah, proper, point blank period. So that's what that's important. But I continue to walk and walk, and prophets after prophets, prophetess, preachers, apostles will minister to me and tell me different things about my calling, my ministry, my walk with God, and etc. etc. And there was a period in my life after I left high school where all I used to do every single day after 2011, I left school 2011. I'm very young, guys. I'm very young. I feel young, or you might not say, some people might say I look older than my age, but I'm young and I feel young and I know I'm young. I know it when I know it. And I spend my time every day. As soon as everyone is out of the house, ask my family, they will tell you. As soon as everyone was out of the house, I spent my whole day in prayer and getting back my life on track with God. And through all that, the devil, the enemy still had sent arrows at me. It's not that I was like how do you call it, a ninja warrior and I blocking so and I Jackie Chan so and I chow chow so no. I still slide sometimes. I still, when I felt like I make one step forward, it's like I was making 99 steps backward. Nobody didn't know, nobody didn't understand. I was going through my own thing because of things that I saw, the things that I witnessed in church, with church people, family, friends. I witnessed a lot. And some of those things, I call it storms in your life. They might bring you low. But one thing I will encourage you is that do not make it bring you down. I don't want to preach today. I say free up one day. Free up. Yeah. So, so now I went through that. All of this. But I had total trust and confidence in God. At one time, I had gotten so much into a deep hole. I get into a deep hole. My book would be more specific, but I get into a deep hole where I thought I would have never came out from. And I told you, when I come out from it, I say, glory be to God. He has done it. And over the years, after high school, I had several jobs. I went to college. I went to business training center, time after time again. But I always walked in my calling. But that doesn't mean That doesn't mean at some time I doubted or I slide back or something. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But thank God that I have an advocate with Christ. That if I falter, that I can go to him and say, Papa, forgive me. But that doesn't mean you have to repeat the thing until 9 times. And then fast tracking forward. I'm not a perfect Christian. That doesn't mean I never fell in love. That doesn't mean I didn't have a boyfriend. I'm being real and direct and clear. Because you see, some of your parents that watching me, you think your children are perfect. Your children are perfect. We have feelings, not true? We have feelings. Your children have feelings. So there's a fella that they might have some liking in, and there's a girl they might have some liking in. Don't try to do like as if you never went through that period of your life and try to make your children think like as if they don't have feelings. Stop it. Yes. So we have to be real here. We have to be real with our children. So that is why from a very tender age, you have to teach them. You understand? So that when they turn certain ages, that when they come to make decisions, they'll make good decisions. That's why the scripture say, train up your child in the way that he or she should go. That when he get older, he will not depart from the faith. My parents trained me right and still training me right at my age. Okay? Just making everything clear. So the same way young people now having boyfriend stress according to people and girlfriend stress. Everybody had their stress. I had my stress too. Let's just make it clear. I'm not hiding anything there. Okay? Right. I'm not hiding anything there. Now, I tell you, my book will be more explicit, right? And then 2015, that's when I went to UFS in Grenada, yes. And every time I give you my testimony on that. And from then on, sometimes I messed up in my Christian walk. Sometimes I would stop praying, spending time with God. The Christian life is not easy, you know. It's definitely not a bed of roses. You will have your struggles. You will have times where you feel like you messed up. You will have times like, wow, I don't feel God will forgive me at all. But let me tell you, he will. Trust me, he will. And then life goes on. I started to work at a place in a canteen until the Lord moved me out of that place because it was messing up my spiritual walk with Christ and my spirituality. And then I jumped into another job 2017. We all know what happened in 2017. I'm trying to give you a fast track because I can't stay with you forever. You have to see me every day. So, you know, a little synopsis. Peace. So, and then, you know, 2017 story, how I met my sister, we told you last week. And then Maria happened. And that's how I end up in St. Lucia. So that is not the full story of my life. The book will tell you in details. That is just a piece of my story to be a testimony to you today. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little synopsis of who I am. I'm not a perfect human being. I will falter at times. You will falter at times. But thank God that we have pardon and forgiveness in him. You understand? We'll have pardon and forgiveness in him. And then that's where I came, where my adopted sister came in. And now I am the adopted daughter of Reverend Joseph. Right? So 3 years now, I've been having a life here in St. Lucia. No, I don't know about my family, yeah? They're still loving me and taking care of me and talking to me every day. No. And one thing with me, I will never, no matter where I end up in life, I will never forget where I come from, where I came from. My humble beginnings in the island of Dominica, and all that I went through, all that I encountered as a young person. That is why I would always hit church folks. Hit them hard. Hit them hard. Right? Because they feel that young people don't have to go through at all. Young people has gone through and is going through and will continue to go through a lot of mess. They will go through mess and they will make mistakes, but that doesn't mean you all have to be so hard on them. And when you are hard on them, they leave the church. And that is not the best thing, because we're supposed to be, the church is supposed to be like a hospital. The older women teaching the younger women, and the older men teaching the younger men. That's how it's supposed to be. And it also says in the scripture to confess our faults one to another and then pray together. But when the young people come and confess their faults and all what they are doing, you bash them, you criticize them, you go and tell everybody in the church. Saints of God, that is not how it's supposed to be. Let us follow the scripture. We cannot follow one part of the scripture. Okay? Teach older women. Teach the younger women how to be wives, how to be good mothers, how to be good wives, how to cook, how to clean. Some of our young people. Older men, teach our men how to be good husbands. Husbands to their wives, good fathers to their children. In this day and age, yes, they will make mistakes. Yes, they will make mistakes. But that doesn't mean you have to condemn them and chase them out of the church. I'm not boasting myself, I am boasting myself, but anywhere I go, young people flock around me because I have a listening ear and I don't judge. A listening ear and no judgment. That is how it's supposed to be. But helping, teaching, guiding, counseling, and keeping the mouth shut. I'm telling you, it works. I'm praying for them. So that is the little synopsis, the little biography about myself. So that's who I am. Humble, kind-hearted person. The daughter of two sets of parents. Two sets. Remember, it's two sets. And I have 4 siblings, wonderful nieces and nephews. And the sister-in-law, one in-law. That's it. That's simple me. I'm not a perfect human being, but I know I'm definitely and will always be a child of God. My father is a king, so I am royalty. Way up with him, way up with him, way up with him. So have a good one, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow. Do have a blessed day. Well, the day's already ending. So have a wonderful evening and stay safe and listen to what your government have to say. Even if some of them not releasing proper information, but it's most important, stay safe. Self-quarantine yourself. Stay protected. Always sanitize, always wash your hands. Everything there is. Okay, so God bless you. Love you all. Mwah.